Hello, hi, it's Kirk again, and I'm bringing you another interview video. We're just trying to talk to people who have small businesses in the area, and we're talking to them, learning more about them, and what you can do is patronize these businesses, help them, because these are the lifeblood of our community. These are the businesses that make us go. They're who we are. I was just here as we were setting up, and I listened to, by the way, this is Sara Elwood. Sara, say hello to everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Sara runs a dog grooming pet, like they can stay here, right?
Yeah, kennels and grooming.
Kennels and grooming. And as I come through the door, we're getting ready to get set up, and she takes a phone call. And it's just fascinating to watch people who do this for a living. She's talking to this person, and you can tell that this person is just so into their animal. They're so into what they're doing. And it was, what, 5-7 minute phone call at least?
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going on and on and on. And Sara is very patient and understanding and responsive. And this is what you're looking for as you're watching these small businesses. Please patronize these people. They are awesome. They need us. So, but at any rate, that's not really why we're here to talk about Sara's phone call. We're here to talk about Sara's business. So Sara, tell us a little bit about your business, what it is that you do, and maybe even a little bit of how you got into this.
So I don't even know how many years it's been, but I used to work with older people, and I would get so attached, and it wasn't for me. I just figured out it wasn't for me. So I quit that, and a friend of mine needed help as a bather, and I was like, oh gosh, like this is what I've always wanted to do, and I never really thought like it would be a career, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started working with her, and then I started grooming, and I got my grooming license, and then we actually built these 4 kennels because, excuse me, we wanted to go away, and I had 4 dogs. So I would just put them in here, and then my dad would come down and feed them. And they worked. Well, then everybody found out I had kennels, and they're like, oh, we already love you. The dogs already love you. We watch our dogs. So it kind of became this business before I even was trying to create a business. But, I mean, it flourished. So once the kennel got more busy, I decided, well, I'll just groom here. That way I can be here all day with them, and they're not alone. And it's really blossomed into this really viable business.
And it really is. It's amazing. The story that you're telling echoes with other stories that I've heard, that you start off in one direction, and then all of a sudden an opportunity pops up.
Yeah.
And you move a little bit this direction, and then another opportunity, and you shift, but it becomes what it is, which is fabulous. I wanted to point out, I did not know this, okay, until just moments ago, and I'm looking up here, and Sara has all of her certificates of all her education process and all of the different things that she had to go through in order to provide this service. For most of us, oh, I want to be a dog groomer, so I'll just buy some clippers and away I go. And that's apparently not the way that works.
I mean, actually you can, because in Pennsylvania you don't have to have a license to groom, which is crazy to me that you can just decide one day to do it, because it takes skill and it takes patience, and I spend some days fixing things that, like, okay, so like anybody could do it at home, and you're more than welcome to do that. It's your animal. But then I have to fix it because they're like, wait, this is way harder than I thought. And it's not easy, and that's where like the tools, the big tub and the big table, those all come into play and make my job that much easier, because if you stand your dog on your kitchen table and try to groom it, it's not going to stay there.
No. My wife and I tried with a set of groomers for a miniature poodle.
Mm-hmm.
And she was an adorable little thing. They last forever.
Yeah.
We literally had to put her down at 18 years because, that was enough.
Yeah.
But trying to groom that animal, she bought the clippers and we did it once and we hurt the dog and it was just bad. So for the next 17 years, those clippers were used on me. So, hey, you mentioned putting in these kennels here, and I know that I drive by here frequently, and I knew that you had some construction going on, and I understand now that you've expanded. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, a couple years ago, I decided that I no longer wanted the kennel dogs in here. It made the day more noisy. If there was other dogs in here, they want to play, they want to come out, and it rustled them up, it rustled all the dogs up. So I decided that this is my dream, and I've watched, like, even when I was a kid, I used to watch people's dogs. So this is something that I always wanted, and I've always dreamed of having the big building with the 10 kennels. So we broke ground right before last Christmas, and we finally finished the kennel, so it's open. We had a grand opening a few weeks ago. It did wonderful. It's sleek, it's clean. They have heated floors, they have TV, they have raised beds, and then next spring we had to move over 200 loads of dirt, so we have to let the ground settle. But next spring, we're going to fence in the whole back of it, and they will be able to just rip and race and run, and it's going to be really cool.
Sarah, that is awesome. That's some thought that went into this.
Yeah.
Some planning.
Yep.
That is a love for what you do, a love for the animals.
Absolutely. And I wanted them to be comfortable, and I wanted it to be maintenance free. You know, like, easy for me to clean. It takes me 22 minutes to clean the entire kennel. And that's a big deal. Yes. When, you have so many other things to do during the day. So.
That kind of planning then didn't just happen.
Oh my gosh, no. I researched for years and years and years. And I knew, like, when I was talking to my contractor, I'm like, I know exactly what I want. I've researched larger kennels, big bougie kennels, like, that cost millions of dollars, but I see what works, so I just brought that down to my size, and because I didn't want 300 dogs here, I want like my little group, and that keeps everybody calm and sweet and good.
That's brilliant. It's beautiful, and anyone doing any project, anything that they're trying to accomplish in life, flying into it without being prepared is a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely.
So I commend you on that.
Thank you.
You know, really, truly, that's wow. And for those of you who probably are not familiar with a lot of the people we've been interviewing, Ken Elwood, Raising Kenny's Customs, this is his sister. So if you've seen Kenny's video and you're watching this video, I'm going to show my age, you can tell that the cut of the jib is the same. They both have that same drive, that same push, that same way of thinking, which is a wonderful thing to observe, to watch, and to learn from. There's so much gold in what you said in just this past few moments for anyone who's looking at any business, Sarah.
Absolutely.
You have given them just the keys to the kingdom as far as how to get there, because you just stated it out. So what would be for you something that occurred as you went through this progression that maybe it might have been a setback, maybe it was a total change on things going on that changed your direction, a big event, and how did you deal with it? How did that affect you as something happened that made you pivot a little bit? You talked briefly about moving from people to dogs, but is there another, or is there something else that really made you switch and move?
I mean, I've always liked dogs better than animals, period, better than people. I just relate better to them. It's that unconditional love that no matter what's going on in the world, and you go to a dog and you go like this, and they just get excited, and like it, you can't bottle that. And if you could, you would be a bazillionaire, because the enthusiasm and the love they have for life is just remarkable. And like I work with Orphans of the Storm also, and like we get shelter dogs and dogs that come out of these horrible situations, and like I bring them here and they're just matted and gross, and like we get a bath and they just rip around here like they've known me forever, and that they just love me. Like, there's nothing like it, and that's so valuable, and it puts you in a better mood. You know, nothing really. That's kind of hard to say. Nothing really happened to me that. Everybody's gonna tell you that you can't do something. Look, my brother's the same way. We just do it anyhow. Once we get that plan in our head, we are so dead set on this will happen, and whatever we have to do to make this happen, that's what we do. Kenny and I work sun up to sundown. It's just who we are.
It is. It's an ethic.
Yeah.
And watching people who are successful, name them, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan,
yeah,
Tom Brady, Stephen Jobs, Elon Musk, any of these people who are super successful, and you talk to them or read about them, this is what they do. And you took the words right out of Ken's mouth and of half a dozen other people I've interviewed. I'm not going to listen to the naysayers. No. I'm not going to let anyone tell me I can't. Mm-hmm. All that serves is an impetus for them to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. It's a drive. Like, somebody telling you can't do something, it makes you want to do it 10 times more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You would have been a joy as a daughter to have raised.
I don't know. Ask my dad. He probably wouldn't agree with you.
Yeah, kids can be a little strong-headed, can't they?
Oh, yeah, and he got 2 very strong-willed children. That's for sure.
But it worked out very, very well.
Yeah.
Sara, can you tell me maybe 2 or 3 of the things that are your values, your guiding principles, the things that you want when people bring their animal to you, you want them to know this is where these are my value statements.
Honesty, I feel, being honest is a number 1 quality in any person. So I'm very honest with people, and they might not, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If your dog's bad, I'm going to tell you you're bad, but I'm also going to tell you how to fix it. And we'll do it together. And, if we're not, something's off with anything, I'm very straightforward. I'm this is how it is. But I will also give you a solution. I'm not just going to tell you your dog's terrible. I'm going to be okay, we had a rough day, but this is what you can do at home. And if we work together, we can fix these behaviors and make them enjoy coming here. Because that's the number 1 thing is I get excited for is people pull up here, they open their doors, and the dog's just running. Because they're excited to see me, I'm excited to see them. And it makes it a better experience. Nobody wants to drag their dog in here. It doesn't make you feel good about leaving your dog here. So I try to keep it, the TV's always on, or music is always on. I try to keep it very low-key. There's toys laying everywhere. It's their shop, I just work here. And I tell parents, they'll get up on whatever, and I was I don't care. We create bad habits here. Sorry about your luck. It's just how it is. I just let them do whatever they want because I just want them to want to come here. You don't, like I said, you don't want to have to drag your dog in here right. It's gonna die. You just don't want to do that. So
looking at it then from that, I can boil it down to you value honesty. You value passion and love for your animals, which then translates into value for someone who is bringing their animal here.
Absolutely, and it gives them trust. They trust me. And that's the biggest thing is people care so much about their animals, and I want them to trust that I will have their best interest at heart at all times. And that goes for the kennel too. Like, I want them to be happy here and know that their dog is getting snuggles and kisses and treats and pets and, you know, like, so I'm like in there on a Saturday night, I'm in the kennel laying on a dog bed sending selfies to the clients, and they're like, what are you doing? And but this is what you want.
That is what grows what it is that you have, though.
Yeah.
It is that personal touch, that love. When you said that, I flashed automatically, and it's the most heart-rending thing in the world for me. My son Patrick, same type of thing, because Patrick is a cat lover. And I love my kitties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a dog lover, but I love my kitties. But when we see those commercials, it just rips your heart out as these people are going in, and here's these poor animals in these just absolutely abhorrent conditions.
Yeah.
And out comes a checkbook. My wife knows. Okay, And when we have drives or have had drives at the office for various charities, Toys for Tots, things for the vets, St. Jude's, and then when we do Orphans of the Storm, which one do you think gets the most?
The dogs.
The dogs, the animals, absolutely. That one crushes it.
Yep.
By far.
I try every year for Christmas. We try after Thanksgiving. I put up the tree and then we do donations. So I've done a couple different rescues, but we try to collect things. My biggest goal is to fill the bed of my truck, which I have a large truck. So I haven't got there yet, but like that is like one of my biggest goals. I want to fill the bed of my truck and take it in and give it to them.
Don't let anyone tell you can't.
No, I was real close. I think it was last year. I was really close.
That's
but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yep.
And it's all about helping out. And these shelters can't do it alone.
No.
They need the help of the community to back them and to help these animals. Like, nobody else is going to do it.
Nope. By the way, I just probably 6-8 months ago was down at the Orphans. You had mentioned Orphans of the Storm. Picked up a kitten. I have a 15-year-old grandson and a few other people in the house, and I thought that the kitten would be something that everybody could love up on and share, and it has worked out rather well. But I know Orphans is moving. Do you have any idea as to when that's unfolding?
No, I mean, the last I heard is they were done with phase 1. Whatever that means.
Yes.
But I don't know. I can't wait for it to be done because these dogs deserve a beautiful new facility.
That facility's been there a long time, and it's showing signs.
It's so hard. And I mean, people can say what they want about that place, but there's people in there every day working hard for these animals.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, and trying their best. Like, you can only work with what you have.
Yep.
So they're trying to make the best out of it, and they need help. So hopefully this new building will really give them a good foot and make it a lot better.
I hope it works. Really, I'm sure it will. 'Cause
yeah.
It's just one of those great causes that everyone can get behind.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you have other people besides you working here in this shop?
I have a friend that comes and bathes every once in a while, but no, it's just me.
Just you? So I'm going to pivot then, because I had a question asking about inspiring and motivating, but that's a little difficult to do because it's just you.
To motivate myself.
Get up, shut the
Oh
alarm
God,
off.
we gotta get up.
But I'll pivot my question a little bit then, because you have children.
I do.
You do. And you have a husband, of course. Mm-hmm. And so you're balancing and juggling a family life. You're balancing and juggling a business. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that you and your husband have some sort of social life.
Mm-hmm. We try.
We try. So how does someone in this position do that? How do you deal with that? Is there a way that you prioritize? Do you fly by the seat of your pants? How does this work for you?
So that is one of my biggest struggles, is to have that balance. And some days are better than others, and some days I'm in this shop from 7 till 10 at night. Like, and I have started, which, like, I have my appointment book and my work cell phone. I used to take them everywhere with me. And, like, we would go out to dinner, and I'd be, like, sitting there making appointments. And be like, oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, you have a doodle? But, like, and I realized that I have to shut it off. There has to be a point where you get downtime. Everybody needs downtime.
Yep.
And, like, we'll go out and we'll see people, friends, and they'll be like, oh, I need an appointment. I'm like, call the work phone. And, like, everybody, like, my friends have my personal, and my, like, you have to separate the two. And it's a huge thing in your life to work that out. It's not easy. It's not.
You are correct. It is not easy.
No.
And from my own experience, 45 years of running a business by myself, you dedicate yourself to it. You want to see it grow. You want to see it flourish. My wife one day we were talking about this, and I said, you don't understand. I gave birth to this.
Yeah.
For me as a male, that's the closest I can come to birthing and bringing
it's
to life.
It's another child. And that's what I feel like. This is another baby. Like, this is my baby. Like, my kids are pretty much grown. My daughter's in college. My son's 17. So it's like, I did that. So now this is my baby.
Yes.
And I'm very protective of it. But it's something that you built, and there's no better feeling than to walk in here every morning and see what I've built. It's a great feeling.
It really is. It really, really is. And I got to do something a little different with mine. I got to pass it on and feel the pride of passing back to the next generation.
Yeah.
I'm not telling your kids what to do, but hopefully one of them says, yeah, I'm going to take
I really wish they would, but
yeah.
I don't think so. We'll see.
It's hard to do. It really is. It really is. So if pressure comes up all the time, when you're running your own business, there's going to be an event that comes through the door that's like, I wasn't counting on this. This is a moment that's just really making you sweat. I can't even think of it for an instance in this. Maybe one animal has done something next to another animal and caused physical damage to that other animal. And those situations are decisions under pressure. How do you deal with that?
I mean, I usually don't let two dogs that are not in the same family together to avoid unless I know these dogs like years and I know their temperaments. I won't let them together, so you don't ever want to. Yeah, that's always a big thing. You don't ever want to have dogs going at it, especially big dogs. I mean, you can do a lot of damage. So I try to keep everybody with their own space. But like, you have appointments for the day, okay? Say I have 5 appointments for the day, and the middle one comes in, and it just got sprayed by a skunk. That's like a 2-hour process.
Yep.
So it's like, oh crap. Well, here you go. I mean, and you just go. You just have to go because
I love that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't give myself a choice to. It's like, oh, this sucks, but here we go.
Yeah, no, I love that, and I love that response, because that is exactly what needs to happen.
Yeah.
So many people, I think, when they hit that wall in whatever it is they're doing, maybe something with the family, maybe something at work, maybe something in their business, and they throw up their hands and I quit.
Yeah.
And you cannot do that.
No, not if you want a successful business. You can't do that. I mean, there's gonna be bumps in life, in a business, in family, in kids, everything. There's gonna be bumps. You have to learn to get over those bumps and keep going.
It's part of the process.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And out of the bumps, there is a learning.
Absolutely.
There is a learning. Oh, okay. Well, we won't do this again.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like, if you don't learn from your mistakes, what are you even doing?
Yeah. Why are you even here?
Right.
Exactly. This is my favorite question of all the interviews that I do. I love this question. Okay, this is my favorite. If something were to happen horrific, and I do not mean this in a way I'm wishing ill will on anyone, but if something horrible was to happen, that everything that we see here that has happened is suddenly gone, for whatever reason, do you know that you have, can you feel that you could redo this? Would you redo this?
Yeah. I don't know that I could ever do anything else now. I'm so engulfed in this, and I love it so much. Like, yeah, there's some days where you wake up and you're like, oh. But there's never been a day, and everybody's had these terrible jobs where you're like, oh God, please don't make me go. But, like, yeah, I may not want to get up, but there's never a day that I dread coming out here and grooming or going to the kennel and taking care of them. It's a different feeling when you do something you feel like was born into you. It's a completely different feeling.
It is. And it's amazing, I'll tell you now, that everyone who I've asked that question to, okay, probably answered it to the affirmative, yes I can and yes I would, in about the same amount of time that you did.
Yeah.
That shows that there is a love, there is a passion for what you're doing. And without that passion, it doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't work.
And my wife asked me, hey, we're going to go down to Michael's and we're going to look at craft stuff. You want to go? No. Not interested at all. There is no passion in there for me. So you have your passions.
Yeah.
And when you have that passion, it becomes your driving force.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, we're getting ready here now to wind this thing up. Believe it or not, it looks like we've been after this for almost a half hour, which really went fast.
Yeah, it did.
Really went really fast. I want to close this thing out by having you give everyone who's watching a closing inspiration. What good advice would you have for anybody wanting to do anything, whether it's dog grooming, kenneling, whether it's anything else in life? What would be your go-to that you would tell them, like something you would tell your kids as they're getting ready to take off on a new adventure, and then finally finish it out with all the different things and ways we can reach you and we can contact you to bring our pets to you?
So I would just tell anybody, if you have that want, that drive to do something, to start a business, do it. There's nobody that's going to come and do anything for you. If you want something, go and take it. Go and work for it. And do it. There's no other way to put it. Just go do it. And if you fail, do it again. Because that's what you do. I mean, and learn from your mistakes. And there's a lot of things that I learned, like when I built these four, that when I built my 10, I changed, because you learn what works and you fix it. And I mean, just go for it. We need to get back to the small town lifestyle that was years ago, like our grandparents.
Yes.
That's what we need to get to. This day and age is just not good. And we have to get down, support the small businesses and support the small communities and these little mom and pop shops. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to the values of family and just counting on each other and working together. Stop working against each other, because it doesn't work.
That is beautiful. Wow. Yeah, I'm on board. Okay. So let's hear how we're going to get a hold of Sarah. We have a dog that needs groomed, or we need someone to kennel up. I'm taking off. I'm going to go to the Riviera for 6 months or something. Okay.
Nice. Can I go?
Sure. So how do we reach you?
So we're Elwood Kennels and Grooming. We have a phone number is 724-525-8685. That's the shop number. And we have a Facebook page. It's Elwood Pet Sitting, Elwood Kennels and Grooming. You can message me on there. But yeah, I mean, we're booking. We've been started. I have kennel reservations for 2027, which is crazy to me. But people, but it's funny because like I'll have people that have kenneled with me for years. they'll call me and they'll be like, "Are you available this date?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay, I'll book my plane tickets." I'm like, so like they base their vacation on whether I can watch their dog, which means a lot because
That's awesome.
I don't take it lightly that people trust me with their animals because I know how I feel about my dogs, and I want my dogs treated with, like their family because they are. So I treat everybody else's like that too. So I mean, they see that, and it's been great.
It has worked. I'm not going to lie. It has worked. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
This was an awesome interview.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All
Me
right.
too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, honey. Oh.